the Three Musketeers. Emma and John had been inseparable since childhood, growing up as neighbors and best friends. From kindergarten to high school, their bond only grew stronger. Then Jessica came into their lives in high school, and the trio became known as the Three Musketeers. They did everything together, hanging out after school, embarking on little adventures, and sharing each other's triumphs and troubles. As the years passed, Emma, John, and Jessica supported each other through every phase of life. When John and Jessica fell in love during college, it didn't change the dynamic of their trio. In fact, their friendship only deepened. They continued to travel together and experience life's milestones side by side. Emma, though never quite finding a serious relationship herself, watched as her two best friends found their forever love. When John and Jessica married after completing their studies, Jessica becoming a nurse and John a teacher, it was one of the happiest days of their lives. Emma, standing as Jessica's maid of honor, cried tears of joy, overwhelmed by their love and the bond they all shared. Emma, by this point, had become a talented pastry chef, thriving in her career at a high-end hotel. But happiness was not to last forever. A few years into their marriage, Jessica was diagnosed with aggressive cancer. The illness was swift, and within 6 months, she was gone. Her death shattered both Emma and John. They clung to each other through their grief, mourning the loss of not just a friend, but a part of their heart. John, seeking to escape the pain and find healing, took a teaching position in Thailand. Emma, though devastated, understood his need for distance and focused on her work. They kept in touch through constant calls and video chats, updating each other on their lives and healing in their own ways. During this time, Emma met Paul, and after years of fleeting relationships, she finally found someone who truly made her happy. 3 years after Jessica's passing, Emma stood in an airport, waiting for John's return. He had been away for so long, but their friendship had never wavered. When they saw each other, they hugged tightly, the connection as strong as ever. John had returned for a special reason. Emma was getting married, and he was to stand as her man of honor, stepping into Jessica's shoes for this important day. Though it was John's first time meeting Paul in person, he felt like he already knew him from all the stories and video chats. The night before the wedding, John presented Emma with a manuscript, a book he had written, dedicated to his late wife, Jessica. He had always dreamed of writing a book, but it wasn't until Jessica's passing that he found his story. He told Emma that a publisher had accepted the manuscript, and the book would soon be published. As he closed this chapter of his life through the book, John admitted that he had finally found peace. Though his heart had healed, he would always wait for the day he would see Jessica again. Emma smiled, knowing that through their friendship, love, and loss, they had all been each other's strength. Now, it was time for a new chapter for both of them, one filled with hope, love, and the memories of the friend who would always be in their hearts. Together, they had lived, loved, lost, and moved on, always carrying with them the bond that made them the Three Musketeers. Subscribe for new short story every day that lift your spirit and help you learn English.